So Queen Morgana has died. It says that she died of old age and that she was a diplomat. But as you know, if you've seen the previous video, there was a lot of bloodshed to get where we are today. So that's not really accurate, but it's okay. We've got Queen Morgana II, who's now taken over. So this is what it looks like now. We've also got the plague right now, so that's not the best. But first we need to choose a lifestyle. The previous one I had was intrigue, as you know if you've seen the previous video. But right now she was already quite proficient in the martial area, so that's what we went with. Second on the agenda was arranging a marriage for my daughter because, well, we needed our heir to already start reproducing. But it wasn't easy. He's near death? He's got smallpox? That's not good. That's not good. But eventually we found someone who would, you know, who would be acceptable, I guess. He was a man. And he had good congenital traits, so that's what we went for. At this point I knew a little bit more about the game, so I chose all my council members wisely and paid extra attention to their skill level, which I didn't do the absolute first time that I started playing. I think there are people already in my council, some people. I think my spy master was already in my council who didn't like me, but anyway. Now I chose it all very, very carefully. And the cool bonus is that I ended up with an all-female council, except for my husband, of course. Girl power! Now the plague was spreading like a suspicious rash in a brothel, so we had to go into isolation. It brought back memories, flashbacks from COVID, but you know, we handled it like a chap. In the meantime, some people were plotting and scheming against me, like my own family members. How dare they? And I was like, I just started this job, what the fudge? But I didn't actually check out her trades, and I know that they play a big role in how people respond and react to certain things. Anyway, I had her imprisoned because she's a bitch, and eventually sold her. But then she started a faction straight away. But you'll see that later on. Moving on. We put our plans for almost world domination on hold to have our very first feast. I wanted to make myself the honorary guest to celebrate like me becoming a queen, but you can't really do that, so I selected my daughter, so the feast was in honor of her, and it added some really fun dialogue options and opportunities to like make friends or, you know, enemies. So we were using this feast to make a good impression, but this game had other plans. What is this madness? What is this madness? Oh my god. In a barely clothed tumble, my daughter and heir, Aine and my nephew Gamna spilled out on the floor in front of everyone. Oh my god. Luckily, everybody had the good grace to pretend it didn't happen, but of course, they were totally the gossip of the party. The events after that were all pretty normal and tame, and we ended the night with what I wanted, which is an improved opinion on me and some prestige. The consequence was that my daughter was now an adulterer and I could have her arrested, but I obviously didn't. I forgave her, which made her like me more, and that's always good. Okay, we can make Ariana the one who tries to scheme against us. The court jester. Would she be upset about that? Opinion. Yeah, okay, she is. That's funny though. I was so tempted to mess with my half-sister. Anyway, at this point, I discovered that we could do something really cool and up our goal. Yes! Once the entire Italian peninsula has been brought under pagan control, we will be able to permanently expunge the Catholic heathens from this world. Yes! That's what we want to do. Oh, Pope Nunzia converts to paganism. Pope Nunzia is not at war. You completely control the region of Italia. Pope Nunzia is not landed. Okay, first we need to get our, Britannia. We need to do this. So the goal was always to become empress, and now I also wanted to dismantle the papacy, which meant that I would have to control a bit of Italy as well, which is fine. And we still want to found a coven and create not just pagans, but also witches. Now, I always had a little bit of a crush on this guy, and I wanted to, like, I don't know, work together, get married, become a power couple or something. And he was sending nice messages to me, the daughter, Morgana II, which got me thinking of perhaps scheming a certain something. And I started by sending him a gift and then actually romancing him. So I sang him a song and started dreaming of all the possibilities. Then I went on an exciting hunt where my desire was really to just pluck some wildflowers. And the hunt itself did not go super duper well. Nice. This is okay. We joined and it's been fun. It's been fun. We plucked some flowers and we didn't actually kill anything. Sounds good to me. My mistress has copulated. Yeah, so this friendly, very friendly giant decided to have an affair with one of my siblings. And because neither of them are married, it's considered a sin, but I really couldn't care less. You do you, boo. Then my lover-to-be actually warned me about my cousin conspiring against me. Look at him looking out for me. So romantic. Then my romance scheme came to an end and I decided to become soulmates with the king. And I believed that it meant that I could actually marry him. So I divorced my husband. Turned out to be wrong because, you know, he's a king in his own country that he needs to rule. And then remarried my husband again. I love this game so much. Our giant friend became pregnant again by Nolan, and this time she was married, so it was a scandal, even in my eyes. I've been betrayed! I've been betrayed by my love. How I... Okay, it's on. It's on. This video series is all about girl power, so we're not going to let him stop us. And obviously I chose the option where even he cannot stand in my way, and I'm going to kick his ass. So King Kama was taking a little cruise towards my side of the water to try and annihilate me. But of course I was ready and prepared. And we quite easily won the first battle, which gave us a plus 50% war score. Now, I had the option to offer peace, but to be honest, I was a woman scorned and I didn't really want to. In the meantime, I was getting older and sick and blah, blah, blah. But I was determined, despite that, to show him what I was made of and kick his booty ass. Now that I'd asserted my dominance, I thought, you know what, let's do it again. And I declared war on a child. I stole all of his candy and then his land. Despite the fact that it was a child, I was playing it on the safe side. I got my Guardians of the Heavens involved as well. I got them because of my devotion to my faith, and I love it because they cost zip zilch nada. Very handy. And we managed to capture the prince. Look at these badass ladies being pregnant and fighting. They're so cool. I love it. And just like that, we got a piece of Wales. And this is what it looks like so far. Not bad for a total noob. And now it was time to get revenge. Things didn't really go as planned though, because as you can see, the plague was kind of, plaguing. And then somebody else also declared war on me. It made me a bit nervous, but the war with my beloved was actually going really well. And then something absolutely beautiful happened. And I got to make him my bish. Since we had him chained up in our dungeon, we could now enforce our demands, and we won the war. But we had a second war waiting for us. And it was with the Queen of England. Now, I definitely had more soldiers than her, and she also had the raging case of the plague right where she was. So that was very interesting. And I was kind of hoping for some divine intervention. That would have been fun. But I was totally ready to fight as well. And that's what we did. We won all our battles and our war score was 100% and therefore we won. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This queen has got nothing on me. So at this point I was power hungry. I started another war, but something really sad happened. My husband died. I was very sad about it because I actually did love him. And war was also getting very expensive, which actually made me relieved when I was offered peace. And this was actually probably the first time that I accepted it. Not at first, but since somebody else declared war on me, I was like, okay, things are getting a little bit too spicy. And then it got doubly spicy because my secret was exposed and it was clear that my lover was my lover. And in this case, it resulted in us breaking up. Farewell, my king. I'll miss you. No longer distracted by personal affairs, I finally accepted peace so that things weren't so chaotic and hectic. And just in time, because as soon as I did that, my ex-lover immediately declared war on me. The bastard. Then I got an enema and felt a whole lot better. But then I died.